Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs show. Happy Tuesday afternoon. Obviously played last night. We'll talk a little bit about that. That game. I was at it. I can tell you what the guys around me all thought and things like that. I'm not going to be doom and gloom. You're actually going to find me being a very positive person in this video. So I hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying yourself. And let's talk about Spurs. So, played last night at home Chelsea. Yeah, 4-1, lost 4-1. The scoreline, I'd say, would be very flattering. I'm so proud. I'm so impressed with the team. I'm impressed with the passion. I'm impressed with the care, the drive, all those things that you want to think about. I'm impressed with it all. You know, to be going down to 9 men, and I'll talk about Romero and Udogie in a second, but to go just talk about the guys that played, the 9 men were fantastic. Vicario is an outrageous keeper. I'm so glad I've been proven right about him because he's absolutely unreal. Made countless saves, countless sweeper keeper clearances. Shows we've got a proper leader at the back there now. You know, when you think of people like Pedro Porro, who they were trying to put balls in behind on Pedro Porro's side the whole time. I thought he defended near enough as good as you can expect for 9 men, okay? I know there was sometimes he dived in a little bit, but I'm not going to crucify him for it. I'm really not. And I don't think anyone should. You know, players like Emerson Royale, you know, Bentancur, Højbjerg was mega. And that's when I've always talked about Højbjerg. I've always said, I don't think he suits Ange's system, but in a game like that, or a game you're trying to hold on, or anything like that, he suits that style of gameplay. And it showed yesterday. When you look at Sonny ran himself into the ground, you know. Kulusevski ran himself into the ground. I mean, even Skip got involved and, you know, they're all, I was so impressed with all of them. You know, I actually thought we were the better team with 9 and 10 men. That's how poor Chelsea played. £1 billion, and that's what they had to show for it. I'd get a refund as soon as I possibly could, to be honest. But I'm so impressed with every one of them. Now, you know, when we think of the 2 sending offs, I was thinking about Romero because I was at the game and look, we saw the replay, we saw that he got the ball. I think we're all heart before head, and we all say he's got the ball. It's not a penalty. It's not a sending off. Whatever you want to think about it, it was reckless. It was a bad tackle. People kind of saying, I thought he got rid of that out of his game. I thought he did this, did that, the other. That's kind of what you get with Romero. That's why we love him, and that's unfortunately sometimes why he does things like this. He flies into tackles, he's aggressive. It's what you get. It's what you get, honestly. So, yes, I hope, you know, Ange and people are talking to him today about it. You know, being a player of senior leadership now, he needs to lead by example, and doing what he didn't do it, you know. To then lose Van der Ven, 10 minutes or whatever, so afterwards, that's not going to help as well. He needs to show leadership. And yes, he's going to miss the Wolves game. He's going to miss the Villa game. He's going to miss the City game. So he missed those three games, which are all, none of them are going to be easy, to be honest. With Van der Ven, I think we're going to wait and see what the tests say. But to be honest, when I was watching it, it didn't look like a hamstring pull. It looked like a hamstring tear. Now, it might be a small tear. It might be a big tear. I don't know. But normally with a pull, a couple of weeks. With a tear, a couple of months. We're grateful that we've got an international break coming up. That's the funny part about that. Got an international break. That's the good thing. Because Lord knows, ironically, we actually need it now. You know, Udogie's going to miss, obviously, the Wolves game coming up, but I think Davies will be back. So for a game, that's not too bad. I'm not too worried about that side, the left back for one game with Davies there. Obviously, right back, you've still got Pedro Porro. Not a problem. Oh, I think Pedro has been magnificent this year. I do. You know, the midfield, we'll wait and see what happens with the Maddison knock. I know he did pick something up, but he didn't look horrific. So I think it's one of those, he might be able to get through walls, if you know what I mean. Basuma and Sarr were good. Sarr got a booking, and unfortunately that's why Bentancur came on. But again, Bentancur came on, could have scored right near the end, you know. And that's a funny thing. We had a couple of chances right near the end. But ironically, we were creating really good chances against 11 men with 9. When you think of the attacking 3, Brennan Johnson looked really good. That was the shame. That was the sad thing with it all. He looked really good. James couldn't handle the pace. James couldn't handle the direct running of Brennan Johnson. So I'm really excited about that. Obviously, you still got the front three that there's no issues there. There's no issues in midfield. So I guess that's the one thing you can kind of be like, that's not the end of the world. You've still got Giovanni, still got Bentancur that you can bring into the midfield. Let's say Maddison can't play against Wolves. You still got a couple of guys that you think I think we can plug and play, if you know what I mean. Defensively, the interesting part about this is now, look, you've lost your two centre-halves. And I talked about how we don't have any depth at centre-half. Okay, so we're going to now see what we've got. Because we're not going to have either of those centre-backs for a little while now. I thought Dyer came on, and for what we could ask, he did fairly well. The guy was winning every header. Chelsea couldn't handle the physicality of Eric Dyer. And sometimes that's the one thing about Eric Dyer that really annoys me. You're a unit. Even when you're sitting up in the stands, you can tell he's a unit. Put yourself about, mate. No, they can't handle you. If you want to get physical, they're not going to handle you. Thiago Silva can't handle you. Disasi can't handle you. Colwell wouldn't have handled you. And he put himself about. I know the volley was outrageous, by the way. I know it was offside, but it's outrageous, that volley. He was very good, actually, for what we could hope for, right? It's not a system that suits him. He won't be here long term, but for what we needed him to, showed a bit of leadership, and he showed that a bit of calm. We held on in the second half to near the 80th minute or whatever. He was the one that was calming everyone down. So look, I think attack-wise, I'm not worried. We would have scored multiple goals against Chelsea had we stayed with 11 men. We would have won that game as well with 11 men, by the way. Even with 10 men, I probably would have actually fancied our chances. That's the worrying thing. So I don't think Chelsea come away looking any good from that game. That's what I can promise you that. And I don't think any Spurs fans should come away not happy. No Spurs fans should come away feeling upset about that game. We can't control VAR. We can't control Romero diving in. We can't control Udogie diving in. Udogie's, I think, was worse. Romero's the ball's there. He can actually get to the ball. He's not booked or anything. He wants to get in, get the ball. It's Enzo. It's his Argentinian teammate, but he's kind of want to get the ball, go through the guy, but in probably a little bit more controlled way, so it's not a foul. Udogie's is bad. He obviously picks up the booking in the earlier on. They get a counter-attack. He stops the counter-attack and then he dives in. And it's like, you did so well to do that first part. If you didn't dive in and just stuck with Sterling, we'd have got back and defended. So he's a bit more of a plonker than Romero, in my opinion. Romero is a fool, but Udogie should not be held... Udogie, I think, should be held more accountable, purely because of the fact that you're on a yellow, why are you diving in? Just stand him up. At least Romero's like, the ball's there, I can see the ball, I can get the ball. He's going through near the back of Sterling. So defensively, I think what's going to be interesting going forward is obviously you've got Vicario, you've got Porro, right? Those are the two that are going to be playing next game. Left back to right centre back, Ben Davies, I expect will be playing left back. So again, okay, not the end of the world. We've got our left back, we've got our right back. Even Emerson playing left back if we needed him to. Dyer, I expect to be playing at centre half because again, you can't expect to have a keeper who's played 10, 11 games, a right back who's in a new system at right back, not right wing back. Davies, who's coming up off a bit of an injury, but let's play Phillips or play Dorrington. Because that's the thing I'm looking at it now. Let's look at this positively. We're going to get a youngster coming through and getting valuable experience. And then he's going to get time over the international break. Hopefully we can get some time with him over the international break to just develop them that little bit more. Because you've got Davies, tons of Premier League experience. You've got Dyer, tons of Premier League experience. You've got Porro, who's nearly got a year worth of Premier League experience now. In front of him, you'll have a Basuma, you'll have a Sarr or a Maddison. Loads of experience in the Premier League around them. He's going to be surrounded by Premier League experience. So I want to see if it's a Dorrington or a Phillips. I probably expect a Phillips, if I'm honest. I'm taking a punt now. And I want to see what we got there. Because that's the thing. Put them in... They're going to have to be put in the deep end, right? That's sink or swim time now. And Wolves away is not going to be an easy game, okay? Now, I know they've not got Neto because of he had a pretty nasty hamstring injury. I think it was Luton? Or was it it was Newcastle at home, sorry. Newcastle at home. He scored against Luton. I remember that. It was a good goal. He was one of those that he did like 12 celebrations. And I was like, you've only scored one, mate. You can't be doing 12 celebrations. Come on. But I think you'll find that actually this is probably not a bad game to come into because bear in mind we've got Villa and we've got City, who are, let's call it two top 6-7 clubs at the moment, right? They're not going to be easy games. So we need this game clear out the nerves, and then we'll see what we got from there. But that's the way we should look at it. We should look at it as a exciting thing, opportunity for a young centre-half to step up. And you never know, we might have another stud on our hands. That's the way we should look at it. We shall see. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section below about your thoughts and feelings about this game. You can evidently tell I've not talked about Michael Oliver. You'll know what I think of him easily. Let me know about it. And look, if you want to rant, you want to rave, you want to have a bit of a chat and a pick me up, hit me in the comment section. I'm happy to have a chat. And I want to chat with you about this game because it was a very interesting game. But I'm positive, I hope you are as well. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.